Guys, Dan here, and today I'm going to be starting a brand new product research series on this channel, and this is going to be especially for beginners, and this could probably going to be maybe 3 or 4 videos in this series, and I'm going to be releasing them shortly. So this is going to be the very first video in the series. I'm going to go over how to do product research, how to find those 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month products on Amazon FBA, and basically I just went on to do some product research today, and I figured because product research is one of the most challenging parts of doing Amazon FBA, finding that perfect product, finding that golden product, I figured, why not just show how I do it, because I get tons and tons of messages of, for my subscribers being like, Dan, how do you do product research so quickly? How do you find those products? So I think, for myself, I've got a year of experience actually doing product research and finding those products. I know what to look out for. So hopefully this video series benefits you guys. Hopefully you guys get some value out of this. And let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be showing a ton of product research techniques in this series, in this video specifically. I'm going to start off with the most basic one that everybody needs to know in my opinion. And then I'm going to move into other ones that I'm going to use, just from the top of my head, some of the best ones that have found me the best product, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. So the first technique that I'm going to use is the Jungle Scout web app. It's basically a database of all of the products on Amazon, and you can actually set filters here, and I'm going to show you guys what to put in here. There's kind of a new layout here. If you watch some of my older product research videos on this channel, it was an older layout, so this is a new 2018 layout, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use that. So the link for this is below, and I've been using Jungle Scout ever since I started with Amazon FBA. In my opinion, it's the best product research software. I haven't used the other ones, but it just worked the best for me, and it got my Amazon FBA business to multiple 6 figures a year in under 1 year, actually in under 6 months. So for this tool, it's month to month, and I recommend only getting this for, let's say you're going to do product research this month, just get it and then cancel it right away. That's what I do. I only get it for the months that I actually do product research. So that's what I recommend doing, and it's $39 a month. All you need is the startup plan. So just pay the $39 and then you can cancel it right away, right after that. So that's what I recommend if you want, because you have 30 days to actually find a product, which I think is more than enough. So for this series, we're going to be searching on the United States marketplace, although the techniques and the methods you can actually use for Canada, Germany, any of these marketplaces, they're all great. So, just a quick little rundown here. The United States marketplace is one that I've sold on the most, and it's one that probably most sellers on YouTube, and it's one that probably most Amazon sellers saw their biggest success with, is the American marketplace, because it simply has the most demand. Obviously, it has the highest amount of population. So with the United States having like 360 million people living here, obviously it would have the most demand and the most amount of products to be sold, where you can actually make good money. But not to say that the rest of the countries here, like Canada, Germany, Spain, they're all good. They just have a lot less demand, but they also have a lot less competition. So if you do find those products that still have demand, that are still showing that they're making 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, then you're still golden. I would still recommend doing them, especially if you know German, Spanish, any of these languages. That will definitely set you apart. So let's talk about the categories here. So the best categories for private labeling are baby, beauty and personal care. Let's see what else we got here. Health and household, home and kitchen, home improvement, industrial and scientific is also great if you want to find like random stuff to sell. I found a lot of random stuff in industrial and scientific. Although you can find some weird stuff, but you know what they say with Amazon, the weirder the thing, then the better that it will sell. It's not always true, but with Amazon FBA, a lot of the times that is the truth. So kitchen and dining is good as well. Office products is great. Patio, lawn, and garden, that is very seasonal, and with summer coming up, that's actually an amazing category to look for products in. By the way, just a quick little tip. Pet supplies as well. There's a lot of seasonal stuff in there too, for dogs, for cats in the summer. Sports and outdoors, tools and home improvement, and toys and games. So the rest of the categories here I didn't click on because, for example, appliances, you're obviously not going to source an appliance from China. You're obviously not going to find an appliance from China. So if you guys are new to Amazon, we're doing private labeling, and that's the most profitable way to, it's the fastest way to get to a 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month passive income. And so, basically, essentially, you're sourcing a product from China. You're finding a high quality supplier from China. Just because it's from China doesn't mean it's bad quality. So you find a high quality supplier, and obviously, you're not going to find, you're not going to ship appliances from China and try to sell it on Amazon, because it's just going to be way too expensive to ship. And it's just not worth it when you can find a product that's like literally this big, and you can make a ton of profit, a ton of money, because the shipping is going to be low, and you can still sell it for $10, $15, or $20. So that's why we're not doing appliances. Any of these categories with a lot of variation. So for example, clothing, we're not going to do, because obviously, if you have to source like 10 different colors of a shirt, you're gonna have to pay a lot for your first order, because you have to buy 100 units of the first color, 100 units of the second color. So I'd recommend sticking to simple products, obviously not anything huge, anything massive. The typical rule with Amazon FBA has been to find products that fit in a shoebox, But, if everybody's searching for the same thing, obviously, it's going to be tough, right? You can still definitely find products that are that small and that, have a killer profit margin. So, for example, the perfect profit margin would be $10 per unit. But, let's say you find a product that's this big, and after running all the numbers, after, looking at your profit per unit, and, you see that there's still a margin, you see that there's still a profit to be made, then absolutely do it. And it's going to be amazing because no one else is going to want to compete with you because, usually if people see like the first obstacle, they usually give up quickly. They usually give up like right away. So, let's say, they find a product, they think it's good, and then the shipping's too high because it's too big, right? Right away, they give up. So, don't give up. Always look into things. Always see if the profit is there to be made. All right. So let's see if we're missing any categories. Books we're not doing because obviously Amazon dominates that. We're not gonna try to compete against Amazon because they've already got the lowest price for that. And then we're obviously not sourcing musical instruments or anything like movies, software, video games, or watches. So now let's move on to this section. So for this seller here, there's FBA, FBM, and Amazon. So we're gonna click all three. Seller FBA means that it's already Prime. So the way that I'm showing you guys here is to be able to use FBA, which basically makes your product eligible for Prime. So Amazon does everything. They pack all your boxes, they ship it out to the customer. You don't have to do anything. You just sit there and make passive income. And all you have to do every month is just reorder your product and, obviously expand your business and find new products. So that's FBA. FBM is fulfilled by merchant, which means that, there's still sellers on Amazon that basically if a customer buys from them, then they just, they have to send it directly to the customer. And a lot of these FBM sellers are actually drop shippers. They're just Chinese drop shippers. So, another great thing is here's an opportunity. If you see a lot of FBM sellers, that's a great opportunity to come in there and then sell it, FBA, because if your product is going to be Prime, you can actually charge a lot higher. So you can have a lot higher of a price. And, Amazon's going to prioritize Prime because they want to, obviously you pay them their FBA fees. So that's another, great tip. That's another way to win over the competition if you find a product that's dominated by FBM. And then competing against Amazon is possible because Amazon doesn't put any effort into their listings usually. They kind of just throw up, random products that sell super well. And they just, brand it with a very generic kind of like Amazon brand. So, don't be afraid of competing with Amazon. So now for the filters. So for the minimum price, and then, pay attention to this. So for the minimum price, we're going to do, let's try to do 12. And then for the maximum price, we're going to do 26, or actually 27, 32. All right. And for the max reviews, we're going to do 672. And I'm going to explain why I'm putting in these random numbers in a second here. And then for the revenue, so this is what I usually, you can either use sales or revenue. I like to use revenue. It's just the way that I've done it for the longest time. So for minimum revenue, we're actually going to do, let's do 16, actually here, 15, 8, 7, 6. And then for the max revenue, we're going to do 24, 25, 9, 32. And for the max weight, so this is actually important. For the max weight, you want to do, I would do between 1.5 and 2.5 for the max weight. So let's do 2.16. So a lot of people put in 1.5 for the max. So, if you just go above the numbers that everybody else is doing, and everybody else is just putting in, 10 to 20, they're putting in whole numbers into these text boxes here. And as you can see, if we're putting in random numbers at the end, then, we're seeing all those products that the rest of the competition isn't seeing. So, that's why I'm happy you guys are watching this video, because you guys clearly see that, if you know what you're doing with product research is so important. Finding that perfect product is so important. And if you guys know what you're doing, then you're going to be well on your way to, making that passive income and actually changing your life with Amazon FBA and building that Amazon business. So right here, this LQS, by the way, that's just listing quality. And if you want to, you can use it. It's just like a Jungle Scout algorithm. And, basically they evaluate listings, and you can put like 74 here. And then that way it's going to show you listings that aren't really that good. And there's also an opportunity to improve on them, but we're just going to leave that blank for now. But if you do want to use it for the max, I would put in 74. So let's go ahead and hit search. All right, so we're showing 16,732 results, as you can see up here. And I would recommend, if you're searching on the American marketplace, because it's a huge marketplace, make sure that the results are, try to get them under, 5,000, because if it's above 5,000 and you're going to try to go through like, 100 pages or whatever of results, it's not 100, but, you're going to have to go through a lot of pages, your brain is just going to explode. So, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you guys how to, get those results down. So if we go back here, click edit, and then you can basically just like kind of like tighten the filters. Actually, you know what? For the purpose of this video, we're just going to leave it like this. We'll see what we pulled up here, because this gives us a good range of products here. But I would recommend, if you actually want to go through all the results, which I would recommend doing at least, a few times, in your product research, then make sure that this goes down. And how you do that is you just make these filters lower. So instead of 12, 72 or whatever I had there, I would have just put 16, and that would have brought down the results, and I would have hit search again. So and then you just want to look through here, and you want to pay attention to the revenue, the reviews here. So like for example, this Maternity Belt, 400 reviews. So anything that looks interesting, open link in new tab. So if we keep going down, if you see a product that's like like NCAA fitted hat, so just go here, type in NCAA, and then you can search again. And so now it's not going to show you any of those NCAA things anymore. And by the way, we just, there you go. So 12, 32. There you go, search. Because our results just went up. Okay, so now we're back here. Okay, so for example, this like jerky dog treats, do not try to do any like consumables, any kind of food, nothing like that. We're trying to look for stuff that maybe is just like, plastic or, kind of like rubber, anything like that that's not consumable, that doesn't go in your mouth, because all that stuff that goes in your mouth has so many regulations, and, it's going to get stopped by customs. And what customs is every time a product shipment gets into the United States or whatever country, obviously there's like a government agency that checks your product out. Now here's another thing to look out for, and I'm happy that this actually showed up so early. These wax guards right here, I know for a fact that they're patented, okay? And you want to make sure that you're looking out for patents when you're searching for products on here, right? And the great way to find patents is Google Patents, so patents.google.com. You just go on there, type in your product that you want to do, and you just right here, like in the search bar, and then you just look at the patents and see if it's patented. Because selling a patented product, you can get sued, and they'll most likely just send you a cease and desist letter where they'll be like, just stop selling your thing. So yeah, you want to just not invest into patented products in the first place, right? All right, so let's keep going. So we've got some kind of guest towels that looks pretty cool. So let's keep going down here. Okay, so some kind of baby teether, baby rattles, page 2. So like I said, anything that looks interesting, just right click on it and then open it in a new tab. So these eye gel pads look interesting. How many reviews? 29 reviews, making $24,000 a month. So that looks like a product that you can actually go in and do, but that is a beauty product. And with beauty products, remember what I said, you have to be careful with restricted products and things like that. There's actually a way to tell if your product is actually allowed to be sold on Amazon. I'm going to talk about that later in this video once we get there. So let's keep going. Hopefully you guys are getting a ton of value from this video here. Just looking at how I do product research. And I am going a little bit slower for you guys. Like usually I would just like speed through because I just want to make sure that you guys are following. So for example, look at these like plants, like any of these air plant variety pack things, obviously that's seasonal, right? A great way to check for seasonality, Google Trends. Go on Google Trends, trends.google.com, and you want to type in the name of the product. So what was it, like air plant? Obviously we don't have to even check plants are seasonal because people want to do gardening stuff in the summer, right? So let's type in, you don't have to type this in, we know, but here I'm just going to type in plant or air plant. Let's just type in gardening, for example, right? Because obviously it's for gardening. And then here, type in or put in United States. All right. And then once we put in United States, you want to click on like past 5 years. And so this will show you that obviously gardening becomes very popular every summer. So in May, April, everybody's going crazy buying gardening stuff. See, look at it. Every single May, so May 2015, May 2016. It's funny because July it drops off like significantly. But and then it picks back up in about March. So right now it's picking back up. So all the gardening stuff obviously now is great to sell, but it's gonna stop selling eventually. So any of these like plant things, great thing. If you want to make that money, like $25,000 a month right now. It's a little late to do this right now, although you can still catch the end of the season. Very easy to find this product. You can just go on Alibaba.com, right? That's what we do. And you want to make sure that the product you want to do is actually on Alibaba because a lot of the products are not on Alibaba. So you want to make sure that you're sourcing the product, the same as the top competitor. So the same as the one that's already selling well, or you can make slight improvements. So artificial, was it vine? No, let's go back. Oh, I closed it. I think it was artificial vine. That's what it was. Artificial hanging vine. There you go. So I think it was a 10-pack or something. But anyway, as you can see, there's a ton of them. Like I think it was literally this one, $1.17. By the way, these prices are all, don't trust these prices. So $1 or 54 cents when you actually contact them, usually they'll give you a higher price. You can negotiate with them. Always negotiate your price. Don't take what they tell you. Always try to bring it down. And there's a great website for that. So 1688.com. Go on 1688.com. And then if you go on Google Translate, it's basically the Chinese version of Alibaba. A lot of people don't know about the site, but because you're watching this video, you guys know now. Artificial hanging, or actually we can just type in hanging vine. You want to translate it to Chinese simplified. There you go. So it gives you these characters here. So just paste that into 1688 and then hit on this button right here. And as you can see, it will show you hanging vines. There you go. So you'll get the price here. It's in Chinese yuan or yen. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's how you say it. And what you can do, you can basically use this price as a negotiation tool. You don't want to order from this site because you're not going to be able to. You're going to need a broker in China, but you're going to use the site as like a starting point to negotiate. So you can just take a picture of this, of like the vine or whatever, and then send it over to your supplier that you're in contact with, and then explain to them, hey, like I just found this for way cheaper for 380, so with 380 Chinese yuan in USD, that's what you want to type in. So 60 cents. All right, so that was the same as it was on Alibaba, but in a lot of cases it's not. So usually on this site it's a lot cheaper. So, just send them a screenshot and then try to bring your price with the Alibaba supplier closer to this price. So that's an amazing negotiation tool right there. And this is where you will source your product. So let's keep on going down. Canvas tote bags. That's an awesome, seems like an awesome product. So, you're going to eventually have like 100 tabs open and, okay, fidget spinner. I can't believe this thing is selling that well. A 12 pack of fidget spinners for $20. I mean, these things, if you got, when I was first starting to sell on Amazon, these things were like crazy. They were selling like crazy, but then the trend died. I guess it's being revived now. I don't understand, but just don't do fidget spinners. But actually, that brings up a good point. Anything like gimmicky, any like trendy products, stay away from them, because let's say you do decide to do fidget spinners. Let's say the fidget spinner trend right now is going crazy. You're gonna have to buy a ton of fidget spinners, and once the trend drops off like this, it's gonna drop off like this. You're gonna be stuck with like 10,000 units in the warehouse of fidget spinners that you can't sell. All right, so just stay away from them. You're trying to build a long-term business. You're trying to build an actual brand on Amazon FBA, and Amazon FBA is actually the best, in my opinion, and from my experience, it's changed my life, and it's the best way to actually build an online brand nowadays, because it's completely passive. You can leverage the warehouse, the Amazon warehouse, and Amazon Prime, and Amazon FBA. So let's go ahead and keep going down. Travel storage bags for clothes. That seems cool. A lot of products, by the way, are going to look like this, especially if it's a set. They're going to have the product image, and they're going to have like a set kind of like sticker thing in the corner, and that just makes it look super cheap. Right away when you see that, you can tell that, there's a lot to improve, obviously, because if you see this thing, it's just automatically in my head, I see this and I see that it's cheap. All right, so you want to source the product from China, but you want to make sure that the product is as far away from a cheap Chinese product as possible. And if you just put in some branding, some work to, have a nice logo, and maybe a nice box, a nice box design that you can get. You don't have to know how to do this. You can just hire someone on Fiverr or Upwork, any other outsourcing website, for like $10. You'll get an amazing logo. Then you'll be golden. So here brings up another amazing point. These magnets right here are restricted on Amazon because, I actually have an Amazon course right now, the Amazon Freedom course. If you're interested, it's everything you need to know with Amazon FBA. The link is below. But a lot of students in my course, that I actually mentor, a lot of them have send me this product to check, and I know that it's restricted, so I've told them, hey, it's restricted, don't do it, and I've saved them a lot of money. So restricted products on Amazon FBA are also a thing that you have to watch out for. And the best way to check is actually when you create your seller account, just create a listing there without paying for your product, without paying your Chinese supplier. Just create a listing, where you type in whatever, like refrigerator or magnets or whatever, and then just wait a week or 2 weeks and see if it gets deleted. Put in the title, keywords, bullet points, and then if it doesn't get deleted, you're golden. All right, so that's when you can invest in the product. If it does get deleted, it usually gets deleted within a week or 2 weeks, then obviously you just saved yourself a lot of money, and you can find a product that's not going to get deleted. Anything like this, by the way, as you can see, this yoga thing, just from the picture you can tell that it's just, it's going to look the same as every single other competitor, and it's going to be very hard to differentiate, at least a little bit. You don't need to do a lot of differentiation on Amazon. You can sell the exact same thing, but just have a nice logo, and it's going to be hard to show that this is a branded product, right? There's literally no difference. So let's keep going here. So this right here could be good. Dark brown glass spray bottles. Let's go on page 6. Anything like super mechanical, you can do, it can be good. But for example, like this is an attachment for a Whirlpool washing machine. I wouldn't do it because you can't really build a brand out of that. So, personally, I just wouldn't do it, although it can be good. This is a product that I found that was selling well. It's still selling well, looks like. I wonder if anyone actually did it. I bet someone did it. But this, I made a video like back in October, and that video got a ton of views. And basically, it was just a product research video just like this one. And I found this product in that video, and it actually, I guess it's still selling well. So it's funny that I still see it. But let's see here. Let's keep going here. So this is like the most basic method to find products. It's like the most classic method. I still would not do product research without having a subscription to the Jungle Scout web, just because it gives you ideas to find those products. Opening these things doesn't mean necessarily that we're going to do these products, which I'm going to show later, but it gives us ideas of different niches that we can actually pursue, and then we can actually go into Amazon itself and then see the products there and see if they're, see like related products and how they're selling and things like that. Just get ideas. 21st birthday decoration party, could be good. Sold by Shenglia Supermarket. So as you can see, Chinese seller. 90% of Amazon are Chinese sellers. That's where you come in. You can come in. You can really dominate with, especially if you have good command of the English language. If you're selling in the United States, then, you can just really kill it with the branding. So we'll open a couple more. I bet, a lot of the people that are going to do these like model trees, anything gardening, they're going to make a lot of money because you can still catch the season if you have like a 3-week. So right now, if you find a product like a gardening thing and in 3 weeks it comes in, you can still catch the season. You can still make some good money. Maybe you can go on a trip or something this summer, pay for a trip. That's what I did. I traveled all of last summer, road trip the country, road trip the United States and Canada, and I had Amazon FBA, and it was like passive, and I was just literally like enjoying myself, visiting national parks, climbing mountains, doing what I love to do. And, this thing just like changed my life. So it was like the one thing that I found, eventually after trying online business after online business, this was the one thing that really changed my life. So that's why I'm sharing it right now. And that's why, my channel is kind of like all about Amazon, because, I want to show you guys that it's not hard. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it if you guys know what you're doing. If you guys are, have a good mentor. So obviously me through these videos. And yeah, so Easter eggs, don't sell Easter eggs. Easter was yesterday or 2 days ago. So doesn't look like I don't see anything else here, I don't think, but like any like respirators, don't do that stuff. Like anything super, super technical, I wouldn't do it, just because, like this particular filter with nuisance level, organic vapor release, like don't do that. It's super technical. I just wouldn't do it. Anyway, so let's see the products that we found here. So 12-pack cannabis tote bag. So 3 stars right away. You can notice that the reviews are 3 stars out of 5 stars, which means that there's an opportunity to improve. So if we go down here, if we click on the reviews, let's see what we got here. So if you click on the 1 star, 30% of them are 1-star reviews. You want to read, just read them. Not what I expected. They're smaller they're smaller. For some reason, they had writing on them. Very cheaply made. Smaller than listed. Poor quality, thin, cheap. So very thin material. So these are all things that you can actually talk to your supplier on Alibaba. You can tell them like, hey, can you make it better quality? Like I'll pay more. You pay them like 5 or 10 cents more per unit or whatever, and then just tell them, hey, like just improve on it. And that way, you can label it as a premium product, and then you'll get all the sales. So let's go ahead and the first thing you want to do, and I actually missed this step, but you want to open this and check the revenue with the Chrome extension. And the Chrome extension basically is Jungle Scout, but you can pull it up on an actual product, and it will show you how much it's making right now. And it's an estimate, obviously. So in the Jungle Scout web, actually right here, so if you click on the product tracker, you can actually put in an ASIN, and you can actually see how the product has been selling. So right here, just copy paste this, add to tracker, and right here. So if we pull it down, so if we pull the graph open here, as you can see, average units sold, this is per day 32, and this will give you a day-by-day units sold. So, and if it says estimate right here, that means that the seller is blocking the tracking. So it's still an estimate. It's still sort of pretty accurate because it's based on the best sellers rank. Right here though, if it's not an estimate, that means it's accurate. So 2330 sold, so clearly, it's in demand. And so now we've tracked it. We see that it's making money with only 38 reviews, and it's been selling for 125 days, which is kind of weird because it's been selling for a long time. It should have more reviews than that. But by the way, this is an amazing Chrome extension. It's called Keepa. It will show you how many days it's been selling for, and it will show you a graph of the sales rank. So basically, just to summarize really quickly, you want to look at the green line here. If the green line is like this, that means it's good. It's a good sign. It's selling stable, like so the same sales every single day. If the green line is like up and down, that's kind of a bad sign because it means that the demand is all over the place, and there's no guarantee that it's actually going to start selling, that your product's going to start selling once it comes into Amazon. So now let's go ahead and type in canvas tote bag. Okay, and then you want to pull up the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. By the way, this you buy it for life. So I bought this like a year ago, and I bought the Pro, and I would recommend the Pro. You can buy the Lite, but the Pro has this opportunity score, which helps a ton if you're a beginner. I found when I actually started Amazon, we didn't have this opportunity score, so you kind of just had to look at the numbers and figure it out for yourself. So I recommend buying the Pro. You buy it once, you get it for life. And so this is a 7 out of 10. So right here, we can see that it's a pretty great product. And let's say like if I actually decided to do this product, what I would do was, let's see here. So what we're looking at here is the reviews up there, right here. So as you can see, nobody has like thousands of reviews. That's a good sign. A lot of them are making like 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month with only 30 reviews. That's another amazing sign. 30 reviews is not very hard to get on Amazon. So, it's going to maybe take you like a month to get that if you actually have an email sequence going, which I show that on my channel here and in the course as well. But that's, so this is a great sign right here. There's only a couple people or a couple sellers with over 100 reviews, and the rest have below 100 reviews. And, it looks like, sellers are making 20,000 a month, 15,000 a month, 12,000 a month. And this is revenue. So if you want to take into account, like the profit, so usually you can just divide that in half. So let's assume a 50% profit margin. So, let's say this seller is making 22,000 a month. So 11,000 a month. It can be more, it can be less, but typically it's 50%. But 11,000 a month, that's more than 6 figures a year. Like that's more than, 80% or whatever of America makes in a year. So just from this, selling canvas tote bags. So you can see the power of Amazon. You can clearly see that it's the golden age of e-commerce. So anyway, as you can see, what I would do in this case, I would probably, let's see here. So if you want to look at the sales too, it's a good sign. So like 1,000 units a month. So honestly, like this could be good. Like, right here, this bag, you can either do a 22. So if I were to do this product right here, I would do a 22-inch bag. I would find an Alibaba, and then, it has a zipper. It has good reviews. So you know that, when you're going to introduce yours on the market, you can actually brand it better than Daleks, whatever Daleks is. And, you can brand it as like Basic Essentials or something. That's a good brand name. I just came up at the top of my head. And, you can see that although the price point is sort of low, it's $13. You want to be closer to $20 or $16 or $18. There's still, it's selling a lot per month, which means the profit per unit could be lower, but, it's selling a ton per month. So you're still making a ton of money. Let's say, the profit per unit in this case is $6. Let's just say 6 times 12, 27, you're making 7,362 a month. And that's basically 7,362 a month times 2. So yeah, that's close to, so that's about a 45% profit margin. So yeah, if I were to do this product, I would do this 22-inch bag. Let's see if it's on Alibaba. Should be on Alibaba. Right here. So I literally found the exact same thing. I think it's this thing. If it's that similar, I think, is it the same thing here? Let's see. So 22-inch heavy duty. Yeah, so it's literally that one right there with the black, like the black handles here. So it's about $2 to source. This is an amazing product right here. So I just found like a phenomenal product, and I would, you can easily make 6,000, 7,000 a month with this in profit every single month. Like you don't have to go to work. You don't have to wake up every single day, 9 to 5 in the morning. You're making that much from just selling this tote bag, and you have all the time in the world to, improve yourself in entrepreneurship and find new products and expand your Amazon business. And then, let's say you don't like this particular niche of canvas tote bags, you can always release other products, test out other niches, test out other markets. So my second product option for this would be to do this 12-pack of tote bags, but I would make sure that I would find a great supplier, and I'd make sure that I'd like drill it in their heads that, it better be good quality, and I'm willing to pay more. And I would do this 12-pack, and I would do this exact 12-pack right here just to make sure that it's better quality. I'd come in at a price point of like maybe like $13.97, $13.99, and so that way you come in a little lower, but you label it as a premium product, and that's how you capture all the sales. So anyway, that's right there. That's a great product. So let's keep going here. Travel storage bags for clothes, compression bags for travel. Let's pull up Jungle Scout. So 21,000 a month with 291 reviews. So don't be afraid. Usually all the other Amazon kind of like gurus, they talk about, you don't want to compete. As soon as you see a product above 50 reviews, don't do it. That's wrong. I've competed with products that have had 300, 400 reviews, 500 reviews, even one product that had 1,000 reviews. The top guy had 1,000 reviews, and I made a ton of money doing it. It was not a problem. As long as the product is actually good and you know what you're doing, you follow a step-by-step guide or a course or something like that, or you follow these videos and you have a good mentor, then you'll be golden. So travel storage bags for clothes, suppose. Let's just search it up here. Travel storage bags. And you want to make sure that the keywords that you're putting in here are the most common or the most searched keywords. So, just think about, what would you search if you wanted to buy this bag? And I would search travel storage bags. So right here, as you can see, it's literally this. Okay, so it's the same seller. So as you can see, it's an 8-piece set, same seller, 1,200 reviews. Let's pull up Jungle Scout. We'll take a look at this. Okay, so as you can see, don't look at the sponsored ones. The first two are sponsored, which means they're PPC, so take those out. And so we've got someone making 50,000 with 1,200 reviews, 20,000 with 123 reviews. So this product is still good. If you still want to do it, I wouldn't say it's like, not competitive at all. It's still competitive, but you want to make sure also it's on Alibaba. So let's check it out. All right, so let's just take a look at what it actually looks like. So that's what it actually looks like. So that's what you're looking for on Alibaba. Travel storage bags. So sometimes it's a little difficult to actually find it. It might be listed under different keywords on Alibaba. So just think about what other keywords it could be listed as. Maybe reusable storage bags. So I think it's like one of these. So it looks very similar to this. It's like literally that. It's literally the same thing. So if you find out, this one's blue and that one's green, you can contact the supplier and ask them to switch the color of that, top part to green, right? It's not like they're only selling that one product. They know how to switch the color. It's pretty easy for them. And I'm sure that they're already selling that. So as you can see, another product opportunity. So let's keep going. Let's take a look. This might be too competitive. I just have a feeling because I've been seeing these glass bottles a lot. Amber glass spray bottles. So this might not be the most common keywords. Let's take a look. So as you can see, all the products look exactly the same. Right away, bad sign. It's going to be very hard for you to differentiate. So, and one of them has, top seller has 2,500 reviews. The other ones that are selling well have like 800 reviews, 700 reviews. If you see a seller with 30,000 revenue but only 10 reviews, it's possible that they're actually making that much money, but usually it's because it's a product launch, and when you're launching your product to get on the first page, you're actually doing a coupon giveaway, and you're actually artificially boosting your sales rank. So what that means is you're giving away your product, and what Amazon sees that as are sales. So that's why when you see something with like 10 reviews making 34,000 a month, just be cautious because it's probably a product launch. So I wouldn't do this one because clearly you need a lot of reviews to make a lot of money. So that's a bad sign. So let's close that right away. So this product, there's literally no brand. There's one picture. At the same time, it's like literal, it's just towels. So maybe linen guest towels. I don't know if those are the most searched keywords, but as you can see, okay, the reviews aren't too high. Let's take a look at how it's doing. Okay, so I don't see a single seller, with less than 50 reviews making good money. There's one right here, this G-Mark linen guest towels. Okay, it's a 200 pack, right? So I guess they're very small, so it still could be worth it. But I bet if I did this product, I would still make maybe 3,000 a month profit. I would have to find the exact towels, and I would just, brand it a lot better than this. But I'm sure that it's on Alibaba, but this is not like the best product, like I said, because there are only like one or two sellers that were actually making money that were under 50 reviews. So let's keep looking. Baby Rattles Teether. Okay, so let's take a look. Baby Rattles Teether. So that's what you want to type in. And okay, so right away, look, one of them costs $10, but 10 of them cost $22 or $21.88. So you would I would much rather sell 10 than one because you want to have that higher profit. And 10 teethers is, how much is one teether? Like 10 cents. So it's only going to be like $1 more. So you always want to. So it's only going to be like $1 more. So you always want to sell higher packs. You want to get closer to that $20 price range. That's where the real profit is made. Most of my money that I made on Amazon were from products that. Well, one of my products had a ton of volume and it was kind of like a $5, $6 profit margin, but the rest of my products were in this $20 price range or above that, and that's where you get 60% profit margins and 50% profit margins. So let's pull up Jungle Scout. Let's take a look at how this teether is doing. So right away, as you can see, only one seller making all the money. That means clearly it's going to be very difficult. Like there's a couple sellers here not making it at all much. 33 reviews, 24 reviews. So right away, you want to close that off. Although, 4,000 a month in revenue, guys, that's still like 2,000 a month in profit. Like, that's still amazing. A lot of people don't make that much from their 9-to-5 job, from their regular day job. So, you always have to keep that in mind as well. So if you can release a product that doesn't have a lot of demand, doesn't have a lot of competition though either, and you only make 1,000 or 2,000 a month to start, and prove yourself that you can do it, and you can make passive income, and you can actually, get closer to your dream life. That's honestly, that's a great idea. And most people, they're always looking for those golden products. They're always looking for that one product that's going to make them 60,000 a month, in revenue or whatever, 50,000 a month. When in reality, they don't realize that 50,000 a month from one product, it's actually better to make 5,000 a month from 10 products than it is from one product with 50,000 a month, because that way you actually have, leverage, and you actually have like 10 different products. So if one product does bad, or if one product, the demand drops off, you still have 9 other products that are still making money. And, usually in those super high revenue, super high money making niches and products, you're going to have a lot of competition. It's going to be pretty cutthroat. So that's why I would recommend, making less money per product, but releasing more products. I would recommend releasing maybe one product a month. That's perfect. You just want to focus on one product. Don't try to release 10 products at the same time. Trust me. Don't try to release 10 products at the same time. Trust me, I tried doing that. You don't want to do that. Like I think it's Sun Tzu that said, or Confucius, do not chase 2 rabbits, because you'll catch none. All right, and so we'll look at one last one here, and then we'll close off this video. In the next video in the series, I'm going to use different methods, and other than the Jungle Scout web app method, the one that we showed here. So Maternity Belt. So this one, 400 reviews, 4 stars, could be improved, 23,000 a month. So if we type in Maternity Belt, and then we pull up the Jungle Scout, and obviously you want to make sure you're tracking them, you're using the Jungle Scout product tracker. Okay, as you can see, thousands and thousands of reviews, and then the rest aren't making any money. So right away, close that off, all right? All right, guys, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it helped you out, subscribe to the channel. Tons of amazing stuff coming up. If you guys are into online business, living the freedom lifestyle, being able to do whatever you want, travel, and make passive income, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a like, leave a comment, follow me on social media, Snapchat, Instagram, that stuff is below. I post some cool stuff on there always. And if you guys are interested in the Amazon Freedom course, where you get my unlimited mentorship one-on-one via my personal Facebook profile, so you get access to that, the link is below as well. All right, so stay tuned for the next video in this product research series. Hopefully this helped you out a lot. I'll see you guys soon.